Oia, aloha ho mai kākou. No leila eia nā pahu hopu o keia pule. Our goals for this week. Helu e kahi. We're going to na ana I nā pilina ʻŌlelo I a omua ia. And that is nā Pepeke Painu in both the kino ma'amau me ke kino ho'ole. Oia ho'i, its positive form and its negative form. Nā Pepeke Painu, our verb sentences. And more specifically, the Pepeke Painu Kūmau. These are Pepeke Painu that are things that just happen. Yeah, they're habitual actions. They have no tense as far as past, present, and future. Just regular Pepeke Painu that states that something happens or takes place on a usual basis. Oh, yep. And the next one is our Pepeke Painu Kauoha. We learned about the Kauoha in the previous Haʻawina. Those start off with either e or mai. Helu elua e a'u no ke kāhulu. Kāhulu are these descriptor words, yeah, that describe a noun. And we'll review that shortly. Ai, helu e kolu e ho'omau I ke a'u I nā hua ʻŌlelo o ke anila. So we're going to continue learning more words in regards to anila, which is our word for the various types of weather. Me ia mau mana'o e ho'omaka no kākou. Let's begin. All right, as you can see, we have our beautiful imagery here to the right. These ki'i featuring various types of weather will actually help us out with the sentence structures that we're going to be looking at. Okay, these are Pepeke Painu now. The Painu comes first, right? The verb comes first, and it's describing something that happens, okay? Pepeke Painu, no tenses involved. These are just things that happen. All right, so ku'i. Does anybody remember what the word ku'i means? The verb ku'i? Ai, polole. Ku'i means to strike, as in thunder. So when you hear thunder, that's what we call ku'i. Okay, so that kind of gives us a hint to what we're talking about here. What is doing the action of ku'i? Kahekili. And this is one of our vocabulary words for anila. Hekili is the word for thunder. And where is this taking place? Ikalani. In the heavens, in the sky. We're just saying that this action took place. So maikai, no tense involved. Whenever there's storms, ku'i, kahekili, ikalani. Oh yeah. Now let's negate that. So to negate, all we do is put the word ole in front of the verb, in front of the painu, right? And everything else stays the same. Nothing changes, nothing jumps anywhere. It just remains the same. And all we say is ole ku'i kahekili ikalani. Yeah. The thunder does not strike in the heavens or in the sky. Meikai ho'omawaku. Again, the Pepeke Painu always begins with a painu. Okay, our painu is a verb. Vela is a painu. Yeah, it is a stative verb. It is an ano verb. So now the sentence changes a little bit because now we have an ano word. And this one says, Vela, okay, keone, ikala. So take a look at the image to the right. That'll give us a hint, right? Vela. What is vela again? Polole. Vela is hot. Aye. What is hot? Keone. And what is the reason why it's hot? Okay, remember now, vela is an ano verb. Vela, keone, ikala, because of what? Because of the sun, due to the sun, by the sun. Vela keone, ikala. All right, let's negate this. Again, we just add the word aole to make it negative. And we have aole vela, keone, ikala. The sand is not hot by the sun, due to the sun, because of the sun. Okay? Maika ilo, last one. Here we have the word pa. What does the word pa mean? Ai, polole, it means to blow as wind or to shine as a sun. In this case, we're talking about the wind. How do we know? Because the next word or the pico of the sentence, right? The subject of the sentence is kamakani. Kamakani, wind. Yeah, makani is the word for wind. And now we have a location in the Ave telling us where this takes place. Where does this wind blow? Ai, mahea. Polole, yuka. Yeah, yuka in the uplands. Yeah, toward the uplands. So pa kamakani yuka. Yeah, the wind blows in the uplands. Maikai, polole. All right, to negate, all we do is add the word aole, and again we have aole pa kamakani yuka. Okay, the wind does not blow in the uplands. All right, Maikai. So this is a quick review of the Pepeke Painu. looking at the Pepeke Painu Kūmau, there's no tense involved. We're just stating things that happen. All right, maikai ho'omawaku no. All right, so here we have a little exercise on kāhulu. Think of it as a feather that comes after nouns that is used to decorate that noun that precedes it. Okay, so let's take a look at the very first one. So kalavela, we get hot day, right? Or the hot day. Okay. And we can see that keiki is very vela because of the la. Yeah. Kalavela, the hot day. Mai kai, ho'omawaku, ke kai malie. Malie is our descriptive word, our kahulu, describing what kind of kai, yeah, what kind of sea. Look at the English, I calm sea, right? Malie means calm. Mai kai, the next one, kapo malae. Okay, so malae is the descriptive word describing what kind of po it is. Yeah, what is po again? Night, we can see in the image. We also see the translation. So to say a cloudless night, we would say kapo malae. Mai kai in the last kahulu practice, kahau anu anu. Okay, kahau. What is kahau again? Snow, ice, or snow. In this case, it's the snow. And then the word that is being used to describe that snow is anu anu. Yeah, and anu anu means cold, the cold snow. Something to keep in mind is that when we start learning ʻŌlelo Hawaii and we realize that, oh, the descriptive words come after the thing, do not get in the mindset that Hawaiian is backwards. ʻŌlelo. In fact, most languages are just like ʻŌlelo Hawaii, where the descriptive word comes after the noun. So we think of it as this is the way it is, and most languages of the world follow this criteria. Okay, so think of it that way. So let me just go through a quick exercise on how this is helpful. So whenever you're describing something, you start off with the noun. Kala. Oh, okay. What kind of la? Oh, kalavela. All right. Kikai. What kind of kai? There's all kinds of words that you could put in there to describe the kai. In this case, it's malie. So kikai. What kind of kai? Kai malie. Yeah, the calm sea. Meikai. Kapo. Ah, yes, kapo. What kind of po? Kapo malae. Yeah, the cloudless type of po, or the cloudless night. And finally, kahau. Oh, what kind hau? Oh, kahau wanu wanu. Ah, yes, kahau wanu wanu, the cold snow. Okay, so keep that in mind that the kahulu decorates the noun by giving us a description of that noun. But when we translate, then we translate it normally, right? Kalavela, hot day. Kekaimalie, calm sea. Kapo malae, cloudless night. Kahau anu anu, cold snow. But we need to think in ʻŌlelo Hawaii when we describe things, okay? The kahulu, the adjective word, comes after the noun. Maika iloa, ho'omawaku no. Now we're going to have the inclusion of some kāhulu in our pepeke, in our sentences. All right, so let's take a look at the first one. All right, this is a Pepeke Painu. So what is the Painu that begins the sentence in this particular example? Ai, na po'o, na po'o. Okay, what does na po'o mean? Does anybody remember? Ho'omaopopo? Polole maikai. Na po'o means to sink, to go down, to set as the sun. Okay, what is in the process of napo'o? Kala. Oh, the sun, kala. What kind of la? Kalavela. Oh, kalavela is setting. Yeah, it's going down. When? Oh, ikeahiahi. Oh, ikeahiahi. Oh, in the evening time, polole. So we have in the po'o position, we have the painu, na po'o. And in the piko position, we have kala. And we also have a kahulu there describing the law, kalavela. And the ave tells us that it takes place ikeahiahi in the evening. And polole loakela, it does take place in the evening. And again, the same thing. We just add the word aole. Okay, so aole na po'o kalavela ikeahiahi. The hot sun does not set in the evening. Mai ka iho o mawaku no. So the first thing we need to know is the word mao. This is one of our vocabulary words for anila. And mao means to polole, to clear as in rain. Okay, so the word mao means to clear up as in rain. And we can see that in the piko because it says kaua. Yeah. Mau kaua. Okay. And then we have our kāhulu over there describing what kind of ua. And then what is the word? Anu anu. Aye. Kaua anu anu is the cold rain. And the Ave tells us when it takes place and when is that? Polole, ma, in, on, or at, ke kakahiaka in the morning. Mau kaua anu anu, ma ke kakahiaka polole loa. To negate this, we just add the word aole, and again, aole mau kaua anu anu, ma ke kakahiaka. Okay, so we're just adding the word aole in the po'o position, and everything else stays the same. Mai ka iloa. Last one. Okay, we had the word pa earlier. Pa means to blow, as in wind, or to shine as in the sun. But again, we're talking about wind. Why? Because in the piko position, we have kamakani. Now we added on the kahulu to tell us what kind of makani, right? Pa kamakani ikaika. And the word ikaika means strong. Where does this wind blow? Yuka, right? In the uplands toward the uplands. Okay. All right, let's negate this. Aole pa kamakani kaika iuka. The strong wind does not blow in the uplands. Okay. So the main takeaway from this slide is that we can add the kahulu in the piko position, right? To describe the piko. Kalavela, kaua anuanu, kamakani kaika, maika iloa ho'omawakuno. All right, so now we're going to get into the Pepeke Painu Kauoha. Yeah, Kauoha is the words for command, right? It could also be a suggestion. Okay, so let's take a look at these Pepeke Painu Kauoha. All right, the first one is e ai. The verb is ai. Yeah, ai means to eat. Polole. So e ai, eat. Who do we want to eat? Na keiki. Na keiki. Not just keiki, but na keiki. Yeah, more than one keiki. Yeah, the keiki. What kind of keiki are they? Keiki hauʻoli. Hauʻoli means happy, so they must be happy keiki. Yeah, which is always maikai. And when does this take place? Ike avakea. Avakea is about midday, so lunchtime. So the command here is e aina keiki hauʻoli ike avakea. The happy kids shall eat at midday or at lunchtime. Okay. Mai ka iloa. Let's take a look at the next one. E kilo. And kilo means to polole. Kilo means to watch closely or to examine or to observe. Yeah. So now we have a kahulu in the po'o position describing the verb. All right. So e kilo ma'alie. Who's the piko of this sentence? Who are we talking to? Oko. Yeah. You guys, three or more. Okay. E kilo ma'alie oko, which is the piko of the sentence. What do we want them to kilo ma'alie? Inao, and we have an image of clouds belonging to where or of where? Okalani. Yeah. Clouds in the sky, or the clouds of the sky, or the clouds of the heavens. Okay, so we're telling a group of people, three or more, to kilo, not just to kilo now, not just to observe, but kilo malie, to calmly observe inao kalani. Yeah, the clouds in the heavens or of the heavens. Okay, maikai loa. I think you guys are getting this. So now we're seeing an example of malie being the kahulu in the po'o position describing the verb kilo. Okay, maikai loa. O'omawaku. E hele viki viki o kimo makamakani ino. So hele means to travel, to walk. How are we going to walk? Yeah, what is the walking like? Is it malie or is it viki viki? Viki viki, we should all know that word. Quickly, fast, right? So ehele viki viki. And who are we talking about? We're talking about kimo. Kimo is in the piko position. And we know this because it's marked by the ami piko o. And of course, kimo is capitalized. So that's an ioa, right? What is kimo walking quickly in? Makamakani ino. Oya, in the makani. What kind of makani? Kamakani ino. Yeah. A very stormy type of wind. Okay. So hey, there we go. We have another one. Look at here. We have viki viki, which is a kahulu describing the verb, yeah, the type of walking. And then we also have a kahulu here, the word ino, describing what kind of makani it is. So we have two kāhulu in this sentence, right? One in the po'o position describing hele, and one in the ave describing makani. Okay, so e hele viki viki o kimo maka makani ino. So it's like we're talking to someone else about Kimo. We're saying, hey, Kimo should really walk quickly in that stormy wind. Yeah. E hele viki viki o Kimo maka makani ino. And the last one is e ho'a. E ho'a is one of our previous words. It means to turn on or to ignite. Okay, so what are we talking about here? Something is being turned on or ignited, but we don't know yet because right now we have the piko next, right? And the piko is oi. Yeah, e ho'a oi, you, yeah, which is our papani for the singular you pronoun, oi. E ho'a oi, ike kukui. Ah, the light. What kind of light? Ke kukui ma ama ama. Okay, what does ma ama ama mean? Olole ma ama ama means bright, yeah, very bright. So what kind of a kukui? A bright kukui or a bright light. Belonging to what? Of what? Oke ka'a. Oh, of the car, belonging to the car. Okay, I get it. Turn on the bright lights of the car or the bright light of the car. Where? Maka ohu. Ah, maka ohu. We had the word ohu in the previous Haʻawina, which is the word for mist. Okay. So we're telling somebody to turn on the bright light. Yeah, not just any kind of kukui, but the kukui ma ama ama of the car, maka ohu. Okay, so ma ama ama is our kāhulu in this sentence, describing the ka'imeme of ke kukui. Okay, mai ka'iloa ho'omawaku no. Oh yeah, our last set of Pepeke Painu that we're going to focus on is the Pepeke Painu Kauoha in the negative form. However, we're going to use the word mai with the manao of don't. Yeah, don't do something. In the previous slide, we said e ai, e kilo, e hele, e ho'a. Okay. Now we're gonna say mai. Yeah, don't what? Mai pahu. Okay. Pahu means to push. Okay. So mai pahu ike keiki. Ah, yeah, don't push the keiki. What kind of keiki? Ke keiki li'i li'i. Ah, this is a very small keiki, a little child. Yeah. In what? Ikaua, mai pahu. Don't push the little keiki in the rain. Right? The next pepeke is mai holo ma lie makapo anu anu. All right, so mai holo. Holo means to run. What is the kāhulu? Describing the type of jogging or running. Ma lie. Ma lie means calmly, right? To be calm or in a calm manner. And our Ave gives us the reason why we're saying that because it is taking place makapo. What kind of po? Ai, po anu anu. That kaikamahine is anu anu. All right, so it's probably good advice to not holo malie in the po anu anu. Don't holo malie in the cold evening or in the cold night. Maikai. Next one. Ooh, my na na. Don't na na. Okay, na na means to what? Aye, to look. Yeah, my na na. And what is our kahulu here? Polole. Aye, polole means straight or directly. Yeah, my na na polole hu. Oi, this is a command for you. My na na polole oi at what? Ikala at the sun. Yeah, in, on, or at. In this case, at makes the most sense at the sun. So if you're talking to someone else, mai nana polole oi kala. Yeah, don't look directly into the sun. Mai kai. And our last Pepeke Painu Kauoha in the negative form is mai kalaiva ike ka'a kahiko makala makani ino. We have a pepeke with elua kāhulu, yeah, two kāhulu. And they're both taking place in the abe position. All right, so mai, don't, kalaiva. Kalaiva is the word that we use for to drive, yeah, to drive like a car. Mai kalaiva, don't drive. Ike ka'a, the car. What kind of car? The ka'a kahiko, the old car. Mai kalaiva ike ka'a kahiko. When? When should we not drive an older car? Makala, what kind of law? Makani ino. Oh, on a stormy day. Yeah. So again, these kahulu are very, very important because they help us to describe things. Yeah. To add more information to our nouns. Oh, yeah, Maika Iloa, that was a great review of the Pepeke Painu in both the positive and negative forms with e and mai, right? Command to do something or command not to do something using the papahu ʻŌlelo of our anila. And then, of course, also learning about the kāhulu. Ano leila oia vale no ka haʻawina no keia pule, mahalo kia hui ho ana. Keep practicing e nā ohana. Keep using your vocabulary words and all of these new phrases that we're learning with your keiki, with your ohana, and make ʻŌlelo Hawaii a priority to be spoken every day as much as you can. And that is our whole pahuhopu ea. E ola ka ʻŌlelo Hawaii. A hui ho aku no I ke kahi haʻawina. Aloha.